For me, it's not so much a desire to run fast or to win or to be necessarily competitive. That's minuscule compared to building an army of 1 million, 2 million, 10 million people. All of us as a whole are, I think, suited to do it and have the passion and the energy to do it. Globally, we can affect change and save millions of lives. This could be very successful and very fulfilling.
I think I was in 7th or 8th grade when people started wearing them like all the time. Everyone had one. And yeah, it was weird because it's just like this little band of rubber, but everyone had one. And then even now, like I was just in the car the other day and I looked in the rearview mirror and the guy behind me in the car is like wearing like a Livestrong bracelet.
And I mean, I've bought multiple Livestrong bands before in my life, and it's probably not much that it helped, but it was a start. So he's definitely a role model to me. And
well, yeah, the whole campaign that he's done is pretty impressive to me. He's amazing, I guess. That's what I can say about him.
It started with the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, trying to raise breast cancer awareness. So they ran a marathon in New York City called the Race for the Cure in 1990. And she started out by handing out pink visors. And then a year later in 1991, she made these little pink ribbons. And that really started trends: cancer awareness, autism awareness, breast cancer awareness, all of these illnesses.
Lance Armstrong got cancer, and then the Nike company came to Lance Armstrong Foundation, and came up with the idea, and they got together and made this foundation for cancer. And it was back in 1997. I mean, there's multiple different charities they've been involved in, but this is definitely one that Nike's known for helping out more than any of the others.
Having the Nike name attached to something is a big deal, and they're really into athletic stuff, and Lance Armstrong is an athlete, and so it was a really good pairing because I think people saw that it wasn't just like a random pairing of like Lance Armstrong with, I don't know, like Johnson & Johnson or something that has nothing to do with anything Lance Armstrong has to do with.
So Lance started these bracelets in 2004, a little silicone yellow bracelet that says Livestrong on it, and little did he know like it was going to have like more of a powerful message than it did. Originally they wanted to raise $25.1 million from the bracelets, and within the first 6 months of selling the bracelets they set their goal of $25.1 million. Now over 80 million of the Livestrong bracelets have been sold.
The branding was such a huge deal. Like, they just came up with the color, like the bracelet, the name, like everything. I feel like kind of came from that partnership with Nike. If it had just stayed with the Lance Armstrong Foundation, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as popular. So
I think the reason is because like Lance Armstrong was like so well known. He won the Tour de France 7 times, whereas like Susan G. Komen, like I don't honestly, even after doing research, I still just don't really know who she is.
I think both. Like, if it was just like Livestrong and there wasn't a person attached to it, I don't think it would have been as successful. But because there was a person, like, and you could see interviews with him, and his story was like attached to the Livestrong cause, it was like both that there was an actual person, and then it was the idea of the story behind it that he brought to it.
I guess he feels if he wears that stuff, more people might get involved and want to be a part of the foundation. So, because when you see a celebrity wear something and support something, it makes you kind of want to support them as well.
They started using the internet, and I think it's even more active now because it serves as another purpose, not so much his little campaign that he has, but other people are using it for different cancer research and support groups. So it's branched off of his time till now. The support groups are mainly on Facebook. The Facebook accounts set up little posts that people can share their stories. They can connect with people with cancer-related families and problems. They use Facebook for the support group aspect of it. They use Twitter to reach out to more people because they have trending topics on there. Twitter's more used to find the people that have cancer or need help or information, but Facebook is the one they use for support groups.
Actually looked on their Facebook page and I was really impressed. They've switched to timeline because usually with things like this they kind of die out and peter out a little bit, but it's still going strong. Their website is awesome. It's really streamlined. It looks really new, so they're obviously updating it. I went on there and there's updates almost every single day from the Livestrong Foundation, which is amazing because obviously that's hard to do, and it shows that they're still really active.
Twitter's more of a broadcast, and Facebook is, yes, a support group, along with MySpace. And they still have an updated blog where they share their stories that they pull in through Facebook, MySpace, all those accounts.